So I just surpassed 1,000 subscribers on this channel. So first of all, thank you all so much for watching, for subscribing, for commenting. It really means a lot to me. So what I want to do in this video is to give you a little bit of a behind the scenes peek and take you through the history of my career, if you want to call it that, as a YouTuber. And then at the end, I'm going to have a contest where 3 lucky people can get their replays analyzed by me, so stick around to the end for that. So if you look through the archives of my channel, you see that the first videos uploaded here are about a game called Gothic. Now these videos were uploaded all the way back in 2009. Gothic is just a role-playing game that's pretty popular here in Germany and in Eastern Europe, but not very well known outside of that area. So back in those days there was a thread on a Gothic website where people were doing the hardcore challenge in Gothic. So it's basically like hardcore in Diablo, where you can't die. If you die, you have to start the game over from scratch. And you also can't reload if something bad happens, if you get caught stealing something or whatever. You just have to restart the game. You have to live with the consequences. So I was posting a bunch in that thread and did this challenge successfully several times, as well as of course dying many times in both Gothic 1 and 2. But then things started to get a little bit too easy, so to make things more interesting for myself, I also imposed some restrictions on myself, such as I wasn't allowed to wear armor, or I wasn't allowed to use any learning points to assign skills, things like that. And then one thing I did was I wanted to play the game in less than 5 hours, and I did that successfully, and I posted about it on that forum thread, and a lot of people were interested in that and wanted to know how I did things, and wanted me to record a video of doing that again. So that's what I did. Actually managed to really improve upon my time, not just less than 5 hours, but I think it was like 3 hours and 20 minutes, something like that. So I uploaded that to YouTube, not really in the expectation of becoming a YouTuber or anything like that, just a one-off thing. So I uploaded like one kind of outtake, one brief video of one of my deaths, and then a long video of my successful attempt. And back in those days, YouTube videos I think were limited to like 10 minutes or 15 minutes. So this video is broken up in I think 24 parts. So those were the first 25 videos I uploaded to this channel back in 2009. And as you can see from the footage here, the quality here is absolutely atrocious. Like, even for back in those days, the quality was really bad, and it just turned out that my computer at the time wasn't particularly good, and of course it was more than good enough to play a game from 2001, but actually recording a game in semi-decent quality was a bit too much for my PC to handle, so I made this video in really crappy quality, but for some reason a decent number of people watched anyway. And for some reason, some people also subscribed. I think I got like 9 or 10 subscribers over the years with those videos. I never promised to make any more videos or anything like that. I never uploaded anything else, but still a couple of people subscribed for some reason. Then 10 years later, in 2019, I decided I wanted to start like a real YouTube. And I wanted to do a YouTube channel about European history. So I was watching a lot of YouTube content from channels like Lindy Beige, Metatron, Fire of Learning, Historia Civilis, a whole bunch of these channels about history, about ancient history, medieval history primarily, and a lot of it was more on the sort of military history side, talking about weapons and historical European martial arts, things like that. I want to do more about sort of the cultural side of things, about how people lived, about economic history, things like that. So I created a channel which I named Libertas Europae, and I uploaded a bunch of videos. So for the first 2 videos I got literally tens of views, and I was feeling happy with that and feeling very encouraged. It's primarily from my sharing this video on Facebook, but then the subsequent videos, my views just went down. No one was really watching. Most videos were getting like 10 or 20 views, and no one was commenting. No one was... honestly, I felt that the videos were pretty interesting, pretty good, but no one really was interested. But I still kept going. And then TI9 came along, and as usually happens during TI, for like a week or two, my life became consumed with Dota. I adjusted my sleep schedule to wake up at like 4 a.m. to watch these games being played on Chinese time. I also casted some of these games in German together with a friend on his tiny Twitch channel. So I was just really into Dota during that time. So since I was already making YouTube videos, I thought, why not make a video or two for Dota? And I looked around on YouTube and I found that there wasn't really any good Chen content. The content we had there was either really old and really outdated, or it was just like some of these channels that just upload replays from player perspective and add some music or whatever. And that I felt like that's not really valuable content, especially for a hero like Chen, where in player perspective you can't even see when they're selecting creeps. It always just stays on the hero, and that's just not particularly useful. So I felt like I could really add some value by providing some content on Chen, who's a hero that I played a lot. So I made this video about Chen creeps, about how to use them, what they do, and so on. And that actually did pretty well. I got some reasonable number of views on that right from the start. Of course, the views that you see right here is after months of this video being up, but at the start it was more like getting like 10 views a day, something like that. But still, that was more than I was getting with my history videos. And then a little bit later, like 2 weeks later, I made a second video, a video sort of showcasing that Chen isn't all about micro. I labeled it with a bit of a clickbaity title, "Proof you can play Chen even if your micro sucks," featuring Kuroki. Now, my purpose of this video was not to rag on Kuro. It was just to show that, even if your micro isn't fantastic, which Kuro's micro in that particular game wasn't, although of course he's had games where he had much better micro, but even if your micro is not the greatest, you can still first pick Chen at CI and get second place. Sort of trying to show people that even if your micro isn't the greatest, you can still play this hero. And I posted this video to Reddit on the Learn Dota subreddit, where it got quite a bit of attention. So most of those views are just like within a day or two of my sharing that video. So that for me was very exciting, getting over 1,000 views on a video just within days. It was much more than any of my videos on my history channel had ever done. So I made another video, another video on Chen, on item builds and skill builds for Chen. So that video also did reasonably well, and all these videos just kept getting views. I mean, this one, the one about Kuroki, didn't get that many views after the initial hype had died down, but these other two videos just kept steadily getting views over time, just people finding these videos in search. But still at the time, this was more of a side project. I was still more focused on my history channel, and you can see there's like more than a month here of me not uploading anything to the channel, because I just was more focused on my other channel, on other things going on in life. Then I just resumed posting videos here, and I got into posting about one video per week here on my Dota channel, and gradually I just became like less and less motivated to post videos on my history channel where they would get like 10 views, 20 views, things like that, when I could be making videos that were honestly a lot easier to produce. I was spending a lot less time making each Dota video than one of these history videos where I would have to do a lot of research and get my facts straight and so on. Whereas in Dota, obviously I would still have to watch the replay a couple of times when I was doing a replay analysis, things like that. But still, in the whole, less effort went into making each video, and each video just did a lot better. So at some point, I just decided to go all in on this Dota channel. I still plan on returning to the history channel someday, but it's been like more than half a year since I last posted anything there. But for now, the focus has been on the Dota content. I made a lot more frequent content and did really well. Then when the whole Chen offlane thing became a thing, I was sort of ahead of the curve before anyone else was talking about it. I saw a pop game where 33, or a couple of pop games where 33 was pulling it off, and I made that video, and then just days later 33 started playing offlane Chen at the Chengdu Major. A lot of people was of interest in that, and these videos did fairly well. And then when 723 came out, I made a whole bunch of videos. One of my most successful videos to date is the Chen micro guide that I did there. Almost 8,000 views by now. So from there, my channel started to take off. I started to get something like 100 subscribers per month, and feeling really, really happy with that. So up to this point, I was only doing strictly Chen content, and also some content that was like not necessarily Chen specific, but that was like just general stuff about Dota that's also important for Chen, like talking about the attack and armor types in Dota. And I figured that this was a good approach to take for the channel once I started taking it seriously, because I felt like a major reason why my history channel didn't take off is that it just wasn't focused enough. I was just talking about European history. That's such an incredibly broad topic. So for my Dota channel, I wanted to really, really narrow things down. I wasn't just doing gaming content. I wasn't just doing Dota content. I wasn't just doing educational Dota content. I was doing educational Dota content focused on one specific hero, Chen. So I think this really helped me getting the channel started, so that I was able to rank in search results for people searching things like Dota 2 Chen guide, Dota 2 Chen, all these kinds of search terms. My videos would pop up among the highest ranked. But eventually you run out of things to say. Eventually you hit diminishing returns. There's only so many videos you can make on Chen in a given patch before things start to become repetitive. So I decided to incorporate some more heroes into consideration, and I branched out first to my other most played hero, which is Lone Druid. So I made a video on Lone Druid, first on Lone Druid offlane, some more Chen content in between, and then another video on Lone Druid, and also branching out into some other heroes, Beastmaster, Lycan, all heroes focused on the theme of these kind of micro heroes that use summons and creeps, because I really enjoy playing these heroes. I don't necessarily always play these kind of micro heroes, but I play a lot of them, and a lot of my games are just on Chen, on Lone Druid, on Beastmaster, on Visage, on Lycan, these kinds of heroes. So I made a whole bunch more videos on various different micro heroes, but still, you can see in this period, still it's a lot about Chen. And during this period, my channel grew at kind of a steady pace, which was a bit disappointing, because obviously what you want to see is exponential growth, and that was what I saw at the start. But then somewhere around December, I hit the pace of getting about 100 subs per month, and also so slowly increasing my views. But that just kept going. I've just kept going at around 100 subs per month and sort of slowly growing. But then just recently, perhaps because of COVID, my views started increasing and my subscribers started growing more quickly, and now I'm at around 200 subs per month. And so now here we are at more than 1,000 subscribers. I'm gaining more than 200 subscribers per month now. I'm close to 1,000 views per day, and I'm really happy with how this channel has grown, and I'm so grateful to all of you guys. And as a way of sort of giving back a little bit, I'm going to analyze some of your replays. If you just post a comment down in the comment section with a valid game ID from a recent game, has to be recent because otherwise I can't watch the replay. Just tell me what is the hero you're playing and maybe like 1 or 2 things that you would like me to focus on. So you have 48 hours from the time this video goes online, and then I'll just randomly select 3 comments with a valid game ID, and you get one of your replays analyzed here. So if you've watched all this and you haven't yet subscribed yet, what are you doing? Go hit that subscribe button. And all is willing, I'll see you next time.